Okay, so here's the thing. I might have just done one of the coolest things since starting this YouTube channel. I went to my first anime convention. It was AWA, or Anime Weekend Atlanta. And not only that, I went with Rex and Tristan, which you guys have seen on the channel and stuff, and I had no idea what to expect, right? I mean, you watch YouTube videos and you see like Instagram reels and all of these things about conventions, especially when you enjoy manga, anime, and anything really like in this fandom. But still actually going there, I had no idea what to expect, right? So I ended up bringing a little camera along with me and just kind of filming as we went, and this is kind of what you'll see in this video. The one thing though, and this is why I don't really vlog all that much, I would like to start vlogging more. I think those would be really fun videos, but I just always feared like vlogging something, you kind of miss out on the experience, right? So I did not want to miss out on my first ever anime convention. Listen, I've watched anime for a very long time. Certain anime series are probably core to who I am as a person. And there was no way like I wanted to kind of miss the experience of going to a convention. And I know AWA is not like the biggest anime conventions, but it's pretty large. And it was kind of overwhelming, right? Because again, you hear about all these things, but I don't think you actually, or I didn't at least realize how many people actually go to these conventions. This was a massive convention hall. It was like 3 stories, or at least 2 stories, right? So in the first story, they had kind of little, I want to say talkie rooms. That is not what they are called. It's where like the panels happen. Panel rooms. That's what we're going to go with. They had panel rooms. They also had like a board game room that you could sit and play board games. And then you kind of followed it along and you had this big open hall. And then that's when you went into the convention. And they had legitimate anime wrapped vehicles inside this convention. There was Neon Genesis Evangelion, a cinnamon roll, just crazy wrapped vehicles just parked in the middle of the showroom. And then you started to notice like the vendor booths. And I just didn't really realize how many vendors and artists and people just kind of creating cool things were selling there. Like, it's kind of really cool to be kind of surrounded by most of these artists and these people crafting these things. Did it, 1, for the love of it, and 2, for the artistry of it, right? And especially like we read a lot of manga here on this channel and stuff. Like, art is so incredible to me. I can't draw. I'm not an artist. But that is what makes, when you see jaw-dropping art, that's what makes it feel magical, right? Like, I still feel like a kid when I see really good art. And I'll probably always feel that way. And to get to interact with these people that were selling these things that they created was really fun for me. And that was one of the aspects that I didn't even think about before going with it. I didn't think about people's livelihood, or at least their side business or their dreams that they are following kind of hinges on going to these conventions. And to get to interact with these people and just kind of, for the most part, they just seem so happy to be talking about this thing that they love, that they created. And I didn't even think about that, but that was one of the most fun parts. And obviously, the manga. Listen, this is a manga channel, okay? Of course, we checked out the manga. And let me tell you, there was a ton of it. One booth that we went to, this guy had like over 5,000 volumes. And even hanging up, he had anime themes with the pictures of the anime kind of like superimposed behind it, right? It was like the music sheets of them, which I thought was really neat. But yeah, he had a bunch of, he claimed, I couldn't go through all the boxes because once again, it was like 6,000 volumes. But he claimed like a good amount were like not in print. And then being able to look at figures of anime characters that you might not see in your local store, right? Kinokuniya had a booth. It was less of a booth, more like a maze. Like, there was an entrance you had to go. You kind of snaked your way around. And they would have like the limited edition stuff that they would sell in their stores, right? Like they had a Kakurabachi Volume 1 with kind of a special thing in it, a hardcover of My Neighborhood Story. They even had like the One Piece remix volumes that I've talked about on the channel here, and old CDs of like Pokemon games or Initial D and other old school animes like on CD and on disc. So it was cool to see like a pretty big name store, Kinokuniya, like have a little booth there. They're also, listen, and I was with Tristan, so if you know Tristan, if you listen to any of the stuff that we've done together, there was an 18 plus section.
Gotta get the ID out.
Yeah, you're gonna need your ID.
Listen, I was with Tristan. What do you, I can't help it. I can't show it here. Here, we can pretend. Look at all that blurriness. Like I couldn't show you. I didn't even film in there. I'm gonna be honest with you. This is fake. This is just other footage that I blurred to make it look like an 18 plus section. I put my camera away. I didn't take any chances. But you know, there was a curtain off 18 plus section. And boy, there was some stuff in there. All right, listen, there was some stuff in there. And seeing all the cosplayers. None of you guys want to like?
No.
Okay, no hug on the Eevee. No, you're good. And that's one of the things. Like I think if I'm gonna vlog more, I need to be better about, because I'm sure they wouldn't have cared. But you know, I'm already kind of very awkward when I'm filming. You know, but I really regret not asking at least some of them if they wouldn't mind if I had took video of them. I do regret that. But maybe next time, you know, this first one, okay? Listen, I was just dipping my toe into it. But just watching the scope of it and the spectacle, and they had voice actors of like Baldur's Gate, and I think Johnny Young Bosch, which does the voice of Ichigo, was there. They had little game area. They had crane games, driving games. They had VR games, which I'm going to be honest with you, I haven't played a ton of VR games. Watching VR when you're not in VR is real odd. Just with the goggles and watching this kind of, because they had it in like a boxed off area of just people swinging around and almost hitting each other sometimes. Like it was real dangerous. But yeah, so like there was just so much to do. They had a manga library that I didn't get footage of because they actually you had to check your backpack when you walked into this manga library, and then they had cut open, if you ever played instruments, you know, kind of those cases that you put like big instruments. A lot of bands do it to go on stage. I'm gonna put an image right here. I don't know why I'm describing it. This is a video thing. Image. There you go. And they had made them into shelves. And they had a lot of series that you obviously couldn't buy, but that are way out of print. But I just felt, to be respectful, you know, because you want to be respectful of that stuff. I didn't get any footage of that, but they had like a manga library. They had food trucks. I went to Egg Roll Boys with a Z. Got a Philly cheesesteak egg roll. Let me tell you, there's no footage of the egg roll because you know what happened? I opened the egg roll. I ate that egg roll. It was delicious. If you ever see a food truck called Egg Roll Boys with a Z, it was good. They were out of they had like a shrimp, a Bayou Boy. That sounded delicious. They were sold out. I'm a little mad about that. But maybe next time I can get to the Egg Roll Boys a little earlier and hopefully get that Bayou Boy. But yeah, like food trucks, I don't know. It just felt like you were part of something. You know, obviously I make videos on here and we talk in the comments. So it feels like we are kind of this community, you know, and that's one of my favorite parts of doing this whole YouTube thing. But actually physically being around all these people, that stuff that you really love. Like when I was walking through manga booths, just being in such close proximity with people that really enjoy this stuff, and to watch others get excited about a series that you really like in real time. I wasn't expecting that feeling, you know, for as cheesy as it is to say. Like, it just felt like, oh, like these are my type of people, you know, like it just felt like a community. And everyone was so super nice. I got complimented on my One Piece shirt that I was wearing, and they also had a Straw Hat Crew shirt. We had a moment. I picked up this artwork from this guy. I'll put some B-roll in here too, so you can see him up close. But look at this. This stuff looks so good. But while you know it was just fun to be around that, what I honestly took away from that, and I think what will stay with me and what will kind of be the highlighted memory of my first anime convention, is I went with Rex and Tristan and Autumn, Rex's wife, like my friends. Like a little circle, bottom left. Now look at that.
What up? We're at the Anime Week in Atlanta.
Hey,
2024.
you're already a vlogger. Look at that. I mean, that framing could have done some work, but here we are.
I got some news. What did I say this morning? Some donkus ski-bopped ghost princess.
Okay, go ahead and hit that. I don't know what that meant, so I'm gonna put that in the video, and I just apologize just immediately. Whatever that meant. Sorry or you're welcome. I don't know how that goes. These people that mean a lot to me, like to share that moment and that stuff together for like my first anime convention. They have been to anime conventions before, but just being able to be with people that you actually care about and you enjoy their company, I don't know, it just felt like such a full circle moment for me. And being able to experience it with those guys, it means the world to me, you know? Because it was less about the convention, it was more about the day that we had. You know, from everyone riding together to the convention, to we went to this place called Sweet Hut that is very delicious. Boy, nothing like after spending about 6 hours, 7 hours at an anime convention, you just go, hey, treat yourself to some sweets at the Sweet Hut. Matter of fact, I have some video of the Sweet Hut zone. Me in the Sweet Hut zone, take it away. Sweet Hut Hall. Sweet Hut Hall, dude. Yeah.
No convention trip is.
So here's the thing. He doesn't like.
I'm not a pastries guy.
Not a pastries guy.
I'm not a pastry guy.
And then Tristan, we went to Sweet Hut. Go ahead. What? Sweet Hut Hall.
Okay.
Hold on, I'll turn.
Oh God. Let's see. We got 2 Japanese style cheesecakes.
Let's go.
One for me, one for my wife.
Sure.
Maple bacon a donut.
Okay.
I got 2 of these cream cheese donuts with red velvet cake crust.
And again, not a pastries guy.
Not a pastries guy.
Not a pastry. Okay, go ahead.
Got a second one of the cheesecakes for me. That's
the second one.
The second one.
That's 2 of them.
All right. I don't remember which bun this is, but it's one of the buns.
Okay.
Red velvet cookie. This one's for me.
hey,
That's for me.
That's
that
for
one's
me.
for me. Various buns.
Look at all these buns. You know
So many buns. It's a bag of buns.
It's just a bun bag.
Then this roll.
It looked like a Swiss cake roll.
It looks like a Swiss cake roll, but this one's like coffee flavor, like
Nice.
espresso.
All right, well, you did great for not a pastries guy.
Yeah, I know. I spent the most money in this car.
Yeah, for not being a pastries guy.
I'm not a pastries guy, and I spent more money than everyone in the car.
But I think that's what truthfully meant the most to me, is the day that I got to hang out with my friends and experience stuff that we all really enjoy together, and to laugh and to eat egg roll boys, just have a fun adventure together. And I think that's what meant the most to me at my first anime convention. I mean, listen, don't get me wrong. Being surrounded by all that manga, boy, my wallet was like, please be smart. Please be smart. Listen to me. Listen to me. It's right near the holidays. Just be smart. Please, please. And I was. I controlled myself very, very well. I'm very proud of myself. But yeah, I highly recommend it, man. I almost didn't go, you know, but just take it from me. If you've made it to the end of this video, if you have the opportunity to go experience something with your friends or yourself that you really care about, you should do it. Because I think I would have definitely regretted not going. And I think I would have missed out on a lot of fun memories by being like, you know, I got to do this, you know, I got this coming up, and just talking myself out of it. Because honestly, I'm not very good with crowds. But yeah, I'm so happy they talked me into it. And yeah, I will always remember my first anime convention. But yeah, as always, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video and hopefully you got something out of it. And like I said, if you ever have the opportunity to go experience something like this, from my experience, I highly recommend it. But yeah, as always, thank you guys so much for watching these videos. It means the world to me. And I hope if you're having a bad day, it gets better. If you're having a good day, it becomes fantastic. I'll see you next time.